Hello, gamers and gentlemen. Welcome in, everybody. I'm Cloud. I speedrun The Legend of Zelda, and today I'm going to be speedrunning The Legend of Zelda. Go figure. We have for you today Breath of the Wild Any Percent, one of my favorite categories and games of all time, and as I believe it is probably the same for many of you. And one thing about today is it's 2025. I think society has moved past the need for a man to save Hyrule. And I think you all seem to have agreed because you all pitched in to donate for our incentive, which is to play with the Linkle mod. And we'll get into what all that entails later. But first, I'm going to go ahead and start a new game. Time doesn't start until we gain control of Link. So we've got about a minute and a half of loading screen and cutscene to go through here. So we'll just go ahead and jump right in and then just chat a bit while we're loading in. Like I mentioned, I'm Cloud, and I have with me on commentary today, my lovely friend and commentator, Emsey. If you'd like to take a second to introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Emsey. I may not be a speedrunner, but I am a Breath of the Wild Any Percent enthusiast, and I'm super excited to be here today.
She's an expert in the field. All right, so Breath of the Wild Any Percent. As Any Percent normally entails, we're going to be starting from new game and rushing to beat the game as fast as possible. No other restrictions. This run technically isn't valid since I'm using the Linkle mod here, but we're still going to get through the run all the same. Now, when we first load in, we're going to have to escape this room that Linkle is in. I'm going to try not to dead name her the whole time. We're going to have to escape this room. We're going to be performing what we call a scope clip to get out of the Shrine of Resurrection and skipping a couple minutes of cutscenes. So time's going to start after I skip this cutscene here and we load in. So that'll be in 3, 2, 1, and go. As you can see, here's our lovely Linkle off to save the world. We're going to be grabbing our first key item here, the Sheikah Slate. And this is going to actually allow us to clip through the wall. Something fun about Zelda games is they love to let you clip out of bounds. And this one's no different. But before we escape the room here, Linkle, a girl after my own heart, she's a bit of a fashionista. We're going to pick up a little outfit for her before we continue along our journey. So we're just going to do that, and then I'll be setting up the clip out of bounds.
Gotta be fashionable.
So, like, we can save the world, but what's the point if we don't look good while doing it? Am I right?
Exactly. I love the way she runs, too. She's so cute.
Oh my god. Yeah, so this mod, it's a complete model swap, animation, voice acting, everything. So I'm just going to line up in the corner here and fast clip. Very nice. We're just going to navigate up this wall to get back in bounds. Walls in this game are merely a suggestion. And so as simply as we clipped out, we can clip back in pretty easily as well. Just with a simple uncrouch and uncrouch like that. We're going to be making our way to the Bombs Shrine, the first of 4 that we're going to have to complete on Great Plateau, which is our tutorial area. So this game's a bit interesting in terms of Any Percent because a lot of times you'll have to glitch your way to the end, but in Breath of the Wild, the game almost dares you to go to the end of the game as quickly as possible. So that's exactly what we're going to be doing. We're going to be taking part in a 6-part boss rush once we get down there. But first we're going to have to get to these shrines. And we're going to be taking advantage of some more out-of-bounds clips to get into those shrines to be able to allow us to skip a bunch of cutscenes. So this next clip we're going to see here is called a skew clip or a shield surf clip. Every time you surf onto an angle, it stores that angle on your shield. That's what we call skew. And if you jump at a wall facing the same direction with skew and unequip your shield mid-jump, you can clip through. So we'll try to show that off here.
Yeah, so that little ledge she bonked on that wall there is actually giving her skew. So it's this tiny little ledge, but it gives you just enough of an angle to be able to get through this window here.
Perfect. And we're going to be grabbing a bow to set up our next glitch, which is going to be our main movement method. It's so fast, in fact, that we won't even have time to explain it right now. So we'll just go with a show not tell here. This is bow lift smuggle slide.
Whee!
This one's always a treat to show off at a live event. Definitely a fan favorite. Quick fall damage cancel, and now clip in. Not quite. Perfect. And just like that, we're inside our first shrine. So Emsey, if you'd like to explain, why are we going to the bombs shrine first? What are we going to do with bombs? Blow ourselves up or something? It's not like we have any gear at this point.
Well, that might be a little more accurate than you might think. So unlocking bombs first is going to give us probably one of the most iconic tricks in Breath of the Wild speedrunning, known as the wind bomb. So what you're going to see Cloud do here in a second is go into bullet time, place 2 bombs, and then use the first bomb to knock into the second, which will knock into Linkle and send her flying across the shrine. And we're going to be doing this all over the place, and it's super cool.
So yeah, this one's a bit awkward, so we'll try to get this one. First try if we can. Not quite. I think I'll actually just set it from here. Should be alright. Okay, good launch, good launch. And now from here, we can just slide to the end of the shrine. Perfect.
And just like
right
that,
to the doorstep.
Just like that, the bomb shrine is finished.
Yep. I did forget to mention too, this run is incredibly fast paced. But we'll try to leave time for our lovely host Hockey to get in some donations or whatever she's got for us. So next couple minutes are yours. We've got loading screens and dialogue.
You got it. You're getting a ton of love coming in. Shark Cat donated $15 and says, meow, 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 meow. Always wowed by you, Cloud. Witnessing Linkle, Emsey, and Cloud linking up to save Hyrule is so exciting. I'm proud.
Thank you, Shark Cat.
We also got a $25 donation from Definitely Not Emsey, wink, that says, hey, chat, can we get some extra hype for Cloud, who is our newest Twitch partner? Cloud, you are absolutely incredible. We are all so proud of you, so honored to be a part of your amazing community, and so happy to see you up on stage once again. Less than 3.
Thank you. Definitely Not MZ. Oh, I chose the wrong dialogue option because I got so flustered.
I agree with that donator.
We probably got time for 1 or perhaps 2 more. I'm going to be scanning Amiibo here to grab fish that we'll need for our boss rush later. So yeah, we can probably sneak in a couple more here if you got
Absolutely. You also got a $100 donation from Anonymous, who says, for Dr. Lauren, who's working an ER shift right now, but who loves Zelda, Cloud, GDQ, and all things women. Shout out to women. Less than 3.
Shout out to women. Much appreciated. I'm also a healthcare worker, so special place in my heart for our fellow healthcare employees. Fighting to keep our world safe. I'm gonna grab a bunch of extra fish here. Normally this is all I need, but I'm gonna try to get 1 more. I got 2, perfect. Yeah, we can eat these as backup food as well if we mess up some of our wind bombs. Not that we do that, right?
No.
So now we're already gonna be on the way to our second shrine, Magnesis. Just to explain a little bit about how Bowlift Smuggle Slide works, if you want to take that real quick.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Perfect. So Bowlift Smuggle Slide is basically tricking, I was going to say Linkle, into holding too many objects at once. So an object she can hold above her head and a bow. And once she's in that state, if she steps 1 foot up onto something like a ledge or a stair, she actually forgets how gravity works. So then by wiggling, if you hear a little bit of clacking sound from Cloud's controller, we wiggle back and forth to build up speed and shove Linkle across the map. And you can build up speed very quickly with this trick.
So fast, in fact, that the game can't often keep up, so we'll get those like stutters and world loads. But yeah, I'm just kind of moving my thumb back and forth on the joystick like that to get our speed. Amazing explanation. I can tell you've been studying. So if you're curious as...
Yeah, pick up too many things, forget that gravity exists, just like real life.
Oh my god. So if you're curious how we're going to be skipping this shrine, we're also going to try a wind bomb here. This one's kind of tough, so we'll try to see if we can get it. Lucky bounce, please. Thank you. And
beautiful.
Sure I ate the wrong fish. That's okay. We got extras.
We're good.
Ideally, you can get that without taking damage. My position was just a bit off, but I did get a lucky bounce, which was great. Send us right over the wall. And I mentioned this run was fast-paced. We're already halfway done with the tutorial. And it's been 8 minutes.
Yeah,
So we're flying by through this run.
Something I don't think we mentioned was with these skew clips that we're doing to get into the shrines, we actually skipped the Great Plateau Tower altogether. So normally in casual gameplay, you would need to activate this tower to be able to get into the shrines. But where we're going, we don't need any Great Plateau Towers.
While we're making our way downtown, is it okay if I cut in with an update?
Yeah, for sure.
So we are 92% of the way there for the Play Real Emotion incentive. We only need $185 more to hit that incentive. Y'all have been crushing it, chat. Thank you so much. And Cloud's been getting a ton of love in the donations, including this $75 donation from the period. Shout outs to women. Thank you for raising money for such a good cause, and good luck, Cloud.
Okay, barely made it up there. That is the one I was most nervous about in the entire run, and we got it. So we're good. Kind of had to hold my breath on that one a little bit. But now we are inside the Stasis Shrine, and yeah, we're going to skip this one with the Wind Bomb too. If you haven't noticed a pattern starting to develop.
A wind bomb in Breath of the Wild?
More common than you'd think, actually.
And we're definitely going to be using this this stasis rune a lot, right?
Twice, I think. Mm-hmm. We get to use it outside the shrine, which is rare. But I'm just gonna go ahead and set up this one real quick.
Yeah, some of these abilities, I think outside of bombs, we really don't use that much outside of the shrines. But all the runes, we need to pick them up. We can't progress past the shrine. If you get here to the end of the shrine where the monk is, without collecting the rune, he will not let you pass. And we need all 4 of those runes to be able to collect our paraglider to be able to access the rest of the game.
Right, and so now we've only got 1 shrine left, and this is Cryonis, which is somehow even less useful than the other 3. We're not going to be using it a single time, ideally. But what you'll get to see here is kind of a remnant of older routes. This is what we call a stasis launch. With this, you can store the momentum of an object by hitting it in stasis and then releasing all at once.
Yeah, so we're just building up charge with stasis on this rock and then riding it all the way up to the top. Mm-hmm. We're going to do another BLSS here, and this is a tight one because we are in a freezing cold area, and poor Linkle does not have a coat, so we need to get her out of the cold as fast as possible.
All right. And then this next clip we're going to see is different from the ones that we've showed off so far. This is what we call an extended shield clip, which is slightly more difficult. It requires a frame perfect input, but we can sort of buffer it a bit. We'll see if we can get it here. I won't be upset if this one takes me a couple tries.
Yeah, ESC, extended shield clip, also known as extremely stupid clip. Oh, except not for you, because you are incredible at the game.
I'll take second try. Sure, why not?
Yeah.
In celebration, do we have a sec for a donation?
Yeah,
I think
that would be
so.
a perfect time. Just squeeze one in.
Pippi in a top hat donates $25 to NWLC and says, Cloud, I promised you $25 for getting a trick in my run, so here is some love to yours. You are one of the most amazing and excellent 3D Zelda runners, and I'm so glad to have gotten to know you. A little smiley face with the :3.
Thank you, Pippi. A huge shout out to her amazing Skyward Sword run the other day. All right, and so any guesses how we're gonna skip this one? Get in your votes now, because yeah, it's a wind bomb.
I'm shocked.
Oh, I'm glad that worked. That one looked a bit sketchy,
Nice.
but yep. This one is one of my favorites because, as you can see, the monk cage is right up here. So you can just kind of bounce off the wall and back in.
Would you say Cryo is the coolest shrine in the game?
You know
I
what, for you,
see what you did there.
For you.
Sorry, Cloud.
No, we can never be sorry for puns, especially
It's okay.
here.
It's okay. This is a safe space for puns and horrible jokes. I'm just kidding.
But I think we can squeeze
I say
in a
as
couple
I'm literally
more
drinking iced tea. Anyways,
Well, if you were saying we could squeeze in a couple more donations, Cinder
Yes.
donates $50 and says, "We love women." Good luck, Cloud.
We do.
We also got a $15 donation from Yellow, who says, "Let's go, Linkle. Let's go, Cloud. Let's go, women."
let's go, women.
I also want to shout out we're only $60 away from hitting that Play Real Emotion incentive, y'all. Chat, who's going to snipe it? I'm so excited to see it.
All right, so that is all 4 of our shrines done. And we're here at the Temple of Time to meet up with this mysterious old man who is definitely not a king, assuming a secret identity to help us out along this adventure. And he's going to finally give us our paraglider so we can access the rest of the video game.
Indeed. And when I said we're going straight to the final boss, I wasn't really exaggerating. We're gonna be heading to Hyrule Castle, where the final boss is now. And along the way, we're gonna have to pick up some powerful weapons, just as much firepower as we need to take down the final boss, and nothing more, because this is a speedrun. We gotta go fast. Thanks for the shukum sutwa, and now we can head out. And I'm gonna let MC take over so I can focus.
Yeah, the run gets pretty intense from this point. So, like we said, we are going to be going straight to the final boss. So, if you've played Breath of the Wild before, you remember that you went to 4 areas of the game, fought 4 different bosses and 4 divine beasts. But we don't have time for any of that. All the bosses will be recalled to the Sanctum right before the final boss. So, we're going to fight them all in a row. So we are doing this long BLSS to get to Castle, being careful not to continuously flick all the way because this game actually does have a speed limit. So if we go too fast, the game will say, "Nope, you're going way too fast there, ma'am," and pull you over. So we're going to try to avoid that. And as we get here, you're an amazing driver. And we are hoping for this gate here. Oh.
Absolutely scammed. It loaded in at the last second. So that's going to take about 30-40 seconds off our run. We're going to have to go around the long way. Normally we try to get there fast enough that the gate doesn't load in and we can just head to the room we need to be. But this is okay. We can just go around.
Yeah.
It's basically RNG. There's really not much we can do except for go fast and pray.
Yeah, I've seen so many incredible runs from top runners just instantly die to a gate loading directly in your face. But we still got here fast enough. You'll notice that stuff is still loading in around us. And there's supposed to be a castle intro cutscene, which has still not played as everything loads in crazily around us. Oh my goodness.
And so here's going to be the first of our weapon collection.
Yes.
There's the cutscene. We're just going to skip through this. And we probably got time to fit in a donation real quick.
Absolutely. A $25 donation from Game Boy Light that says, "Secret Stone? Imprisoning War? Linkle? Let's go, Cloud. Have a great run, and thank you to Couch Crew and Tech for being amazing. Let's have a great final evening of..." Thank you for that.
Indeed.
Much appreciated. So, sneak strikes here are going to be one of our main tools of success. Doing a sneak strike on an enemy, so like a stealth kill, it does quadruple damage. And with these attack weapons that are like attack 50 and above, that's a lot of damage. So we're going to be relying on that to take care of these powerful monsters that we don't otherwise have the tools to defeat.
Yeah, the end game here is packed with all this cool stuff about the Breath of the Wild battle mechanics. That's not the word I was looking for. But here we're seeing Cloud cooking those fish that we picked up earlier. And she let her cook. She made a delicious attack up fish skewer, which is actually going to be incredibly important for the end game. We are only picking up what we need here. So our weapon routing, durability routing would not actually work without that fish skewer. So the most important meal of your life.
May I interrupt briefly?
Yeah,
Yes, please.
I just want to announce, chat, you hit that Final Fantasy X2 incentive. We are going to get to see that cutscene with the full song at the beginning of the run. So thank you so much for that, chat.
All right, as we make our way up to Zelda's room here.
Unfortunate. Okay, we're gonna take the NMG route. 'Cause I don't want to try that again.
You're just showing off more of the castle.
That's
The
right.
developers worked hard on it.
That's right.
But as we make our way into Zelda's room here, we will meet a moblin. The moblin's name is Craig, so everyone can say, "Hi, Craig."
And then bye, Craig, because we're gonna kill him.
No! You'd kill Craig?
Here. Okay, just loaded in. Perfect.
There he is.
Distract him,
Hi,
try to come
Craig.
in here, grab these. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Craig.
Miss you already, Craig.
He was a good moblin.
Oh, got some guts.
And we got something to remember him by.
A little souvenir. Say what you want about Craig. That guy had guts.
Oh,
All right, so now things are gonna get serious. So as Cloud wind bombs up here to the sanctum, she's gonna get set up for something that we call Wind Blight Skip. So remember we said there were 4 bosses we needed to fight before Ganon. We are actually only gonna actively fight 3 of them. So she's doing some normalized jumps here to get set up in a specific spot and then shoot an arrow at the same time as she enters the cutscene. So that arrow right now is frozen right in place where Wind Blight's head is spawning in the cutscene. And in just a second, we'll see Wind Blight do his little dancey dance.
So he's continuously taking damage throughout the entire cutscene, and he's gone.
He's gone. All right, so now we got 3 more blights to fight. So here's Water Blight. And one thing you'll notice Cloud doing is she'll be standing in specific spots next to the blights and doing these spin attacks. And you'll notice she's actually hitting the blight 2 or sometimes even 3 times in a single spin. Just depending on which way she's facing and where she's standing next to the blight. So
we want to go
just
for what we call
melt.
double hits, which is like if you face backwards and then move backwards, you get 2 hits basically per swing, which normally you can't do.
Exactly. So
double damage.
yeah, we'll be doing these spins. We'll be doing slams with our weapons, and doing some headshots on guys like Water Blight here. A couple more headshots and he'll be done already.
All right, halfway through the blights, but this guy
Beautiful.
right here is gives me the most headache generally.
Fire Blight. This guy is pretty notorious during his second phase for randomly deciding to stand up early. So we'll keep an eye on him and hope he doesn't do that or that.
That was spooky.
All right.
I thought he only had 1 hit left, so I went for the jump attack, but he had 2. Okay,
He's just such a little rascal, this Fire Blight guy.
we don't lose those. Gotta keep the audience on their toes, right?
Yeah. So now he does the classic thing of Zelda bosses sucking up a bomb so you can explode them to do damage. So we'll stand right where he's gonna land, explode him down, and spin to win.
This is bad spacing here. We might get an extra cycle. Most likely, yeah, looks like we're gonna get an extra
Yeah.
cycle.
That's
We'll
okay.
make short work of this.
that's just more time for chat to donate to the National Women's Law Center.
Exactly. And then everyone's favorite boss of all time, Thunderblight, coming up here.
I hate this guy.
The easiest boss of all time, right?
Oh man, I don't want to talk about it. Yeah, so Thunderblight has this regenerating shield, so we need to make sure that we get rid of that before we hit him. And in his second phase,
mid-air, since he was mid-air with the shield out, it means we're going to get the optimal cycle to break his shield when we need to on phase 2. But yeah, if you've ever struggled with this boss, I hope this is cathartic for you, watching me take him down like this.
It is for me, 100%. The amount of times I died to Thunderblade in my first playthrough was insane. So yeah, I actually didn't know this before watching speedruns, that you don't need to use those metal pins to knock him down. You can just break his shield with a boomerang.
All right, and that's the boss rush. We're heading straight into Calamity again, and this is the most intense part of the run, so I'm gonna be quiet.
Yeah.
And try to game out of my mind for a sec.
Yeah, you got this. All right, the man himself, or the Spider-Man himself, Calamity Cannon. We're gonna start by unloading 6 ancient arrows directly into his face. And there's a couple other things in this room we're gonna grab to make sure we can finish him off, including these bomb arrows right here, to get some more headshots off on him. And as we're scooting along this wall, there is a Royal Claymore to pick up.
They're back up.
Yeah, these laser parries are absolutely terrifying to watch. It's every single time. Beautiful. Yeah, so we'll be doing laser parries on him, and once he's down, spin to win.
There we go.
Beautiful.
Yeah, okay, so for phase 2 here, we're gonna initiate what's called a stun lock. Hopefully he gives us an instant laser. Get rid of the bait him again. I'll let Emsey explain what the stun lock is. Oh, he's going to the wall.
Oh okay. No, get back here.
So he's gonna give us one of a few attacks that we're gonna have to parry to take him down. Hopefully we get an easy one. Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know if this one's easy or hard.
Not the meatball. It's easy, of course. Especially for you.
That one goes out to my good friend Sabo.
All right, so Calamity here, normally he would stand up, go inside his own meatball, and become invincible. But by timing our spins and slams at the right time, he will become stun locked and he can't get up. So we'll just keep spinning on the guy, whacking him until he is gone. Yeah, and you'll notice we still have a minute on that attack up meal that we cooked earlier. So that thing was very, very important.
All right, boss
He's
down.
Gone.
And I said the boss rush is 6-part. The last one's more or less just an interactive cutscene. And so I actually want to give our lovely host the time back to read out some more donations if you got anything for us as we enjoy this beautiful soundtrack.
So much love coming in for you, and it's so wonderful to hear. A $25 donation from Risky, who says, "Let's go Cloud, let's go women, let's go FF." We also had a $75 donation from Ketroid that says, "Breath of the Wild is so fun to watch with these glitches and tricks, adding a little extra for Linkles." We also had a $25 anonymous donation that just says, "Woo Cloud!" Because Cloud really is crushing it. Chat, let's get some love for Cloud in the chat.
So for these shots here, I'll just lean real quick.
Oh no, go ahead.
We're just listening to audio cues to know when to shoot. But yeah, you can take over.
Oh, you got it. You got it. A $15 donation from Slush07 that says, "Good luck on the run, Cloud. You continue to inspire me. Go Linkle!" Can't Sleep donates $10 to the National Women's Law Center and says, "Proud to be a day 1 Cloud fan. Let's go, women. Good luck, have fun. Lesson 3. Also had a $25 donation from Hot Rock 2008 who says, "Love the Zelda runs showcase in Miss Vitals. Go, women!" Code Alpha donates $25 and says, "Always great runs from Cloud. Thanks so much for an amazing event." I also just want to shout out this donation from Lycras, who sent in $25 and said, "I love women and I love Celeste. Let's get it." And yes, chat, we are on the way to unlocking that bonus game at the end of the night. we are currently just $8,343 shy of that milestone goal. And that might sound like a lot to you, but trust me, that is not that much. We can do this, chat. We can do this together. We are 93% of the way there. I believe in you.
That last shot right there was frame perfect, by the way.
Just a casual frame perfect shot.
Yeah, okay, so time is coming up here. Zelda's gonna let us know when to jump, and time will end as we shoot the arrow into his eye here. So 3, 2, 1, and time. And ladies and gentlemen, that is Breath of the Wild any percent in under half an hour. That was a ton of fun. Thank you guys all so much for donating to National Women's Law Center. I just want to take a quick second to give a huge shout out to my community and the Zelda community at large. I was honored to serve as one of the ambassadors for the event this year. We held a fundraiser last week that raised over $1,000 before the event had even started for National Women's Law Center. So huge shout out to my community and the Zelda community in general for pitching in for that. I really, really appreciate it. And everybody coming out for the run. Of course, shout out to Emsey, my amazing commentator, having not done a run of this game in her life, yet an expert in the game willing to jump on with me. I really appreciate that. I do also want to shout out a couple other of my runners and friends that have been valuable allies in the community for me and helping me learn the run and such. Player 5 world record holder, Moist Goulash, Onyx, Noman, Requiem of Spirit, Lit Books, and Crazy AZ. Anybody else that I missed, you guys know who you are. But I love you all. I appreciate your support every step of the way, and I'm super excited to see what happens next. And speaking of next, I'm actually going to be running this category again next month at Midwest Speed Fest, an amazing marathon that we hold here in Minnesota. So shout out to Helix and all the amazing work that she and the other organizers do for that. So if you guys want to check out this run again, hopefully I'll do even better next time. I'll be running that next month. MC, do you have any shout outs you'd like to give?
I'd just like to echo, thank you so much for the community, especially people who embrace, just people like me who are just fans of the speedrun and the runners who play out of their minds on this game. And yeah, thank you so much to Cloud. Follow this woman. She is incredible. She streams all the time over on Twitch, so give her a follow. We love her so very much.
Where can they follow you?
I am twitch.tv/cloudloz.
Twitch.tv/EmseyDaisy.
Yes, and please go follow our friend Emsey as well. She's incredible, super cozy gameplay. If you like all things Zelda, then that's the channel for you. I also do want to give another special shout out to Player 5, the current world record holder for like every category in this game. He's currently pushing the limits of what's humanly possible in Breath of the Wild. So if you'd like to see his world record grind, please go check him out as well. Highly recommend. And they were lesbians.